few years ago, we filmed a wedding where the father of the bride couldn't be there. He was in the hospital, too sick to travel, too sick to walk his daughter down the aisle on one of the most important days of her life. And after the wedding day, that couple took their video straight to the hospital and watched it with him in his room. To be honest, I don't know exactly what was said in that room, but I know what that video meant. It meant that he was there. Maybe not physically, but he saw it, he heard it, and he absolutely felt it. You see, that's what a wedding video can do. And that's why today, we're not just talking about how to share your wedding video, but why it might be one of the most important things you ever do. Now here's something that nobody really talks about when you're planning a wedding. Think about every single person who showed up on your wedding day. Your parents, your grandparents, your oldest friends, people who flew across the country to come to your wedding, people who rearranged their entire lives just to be in that room with you. When is the next time every single one of those people will be under the same roof at the same time? The answer is probably never, because that specific combination of people in that specific moment celebrating you and the person you love is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Not just the wedding itself, but the people in it. And some of those people won't even be here forever. And I know that's dark to say. That's not meant to be super dark. It's just simply reality. And it's one of the most powerful reasons to document your wedding day in the first place. But here's what a lot of couples don't really consider. The documentation only matters if it actually gets seen. By the right people, obviously, and at the right times. Not everyone who loves you is gonna make it to your wedding. I know that sucks, that really sucks, but life gets in the way, health gets in the way, distance gets in the way, and for those people, the ones at least who wanted nothing more than to be in that room with you, your wedding video isn't just like a nice thing to share, it's the closest thing they'll ever have to actually being there. Think about your grandmother who maybe couldn't travel, your friend who was deployed overseas, the uncle recovering from surgery. These people love you. They wanted to be there. When you share that film with them, not just by firing it off in a link, but by sitting down and watching it with them or sending it with a personal note, you're giving them something that they can't get anywhere else. You're giving them the actual day, the actual experience. And the moment they do experience it, hearing those vows, seeing the first dance, watching the speeches, becomes its own memory, completely separate from the wedding itself, but just as real. So practically speaking, how do you do this? When you receive your wedding video, you'll get a link. Don't just forward it to a group chat and call it done. Be intentional about it. Think about the people in your life for whom this video will mean the most and reach out to them directly. For someone who couldn't attend, send it with a simple note. Something like, I don't know, we wish you could have been there. We hope that this makes you feel like you were there. That one line honestly changes the entire experience of receiving it. For older family members who aren't as tech savvy, don't just send the link and assume that they'll figure it out. Download the video file and send it directly through, you could use iMessage, you could do WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, but better yet, go watch it with them in person. Make it an event, because for them, that shared viewing experience is something they'll talk about for years. And if there are people in your life who are elderly or maybe unwell, my advice is don't wait. Share it as soon as you can, because time, especially now, is not guaranteed. But here's the final thing to remember. Your wedding video is yours, but it's also a little bit bigger than you. One day, your kids will watch it and see a version of you they've never met. Your grandkids may see great-grandparents they've never had the chance to know, and it becomes a part of your family history. The couples who treat their wedding day that way, not just as a highlight reel, but as a document of a moment in time, are the ones who get the most out of it, because they share it, they revisit it, and then they pass it down. So don't let it sit on a hard drive. Don't let it collect digital dust in an email folder. Get it in front of the people who love you. That is exactly what it's made for. If this resonated with you, drop a like on the video. That is the biggest way to show your support, because we talk about everything related to wedding documentation, from choosing the right videographer to making the most of your wedding footage. And if your wedding video created a meaningful moment for someone who maybe couldn't be there for your specific special day, share that story in the comments. We genuinely love to hear it. We'll see you in the next one.